Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to center ice as we welcome Hall of Famer Bob Miller to honor one of our Kings legends.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Staples Center on another Kings Legends Night presented by McDonald's. Tonight, we honor a former King whose passion and love of hockey was demonstrated every time he put on a Kings uniform. No one in Kings history was more competitive and dedicated to winning than Kings legends Toни Granато. That intensity was demonstrated, perhaps in a not-so-great move, in a game against the Rangers on January 27, 1994. In the waning seconds of overtime, the Rangers had an outnumbered attack. Toни was sitting on the Kings bench at the Forum. As the outnumbered attack for the Rangers came by the bench, Toni couldn't stand to think what might happen. So he jumped off the bench, threw a check, broke up the outnumbered attack, and jumped back on the bench, hoping they wouldn't find him. Well, they found him, and the Rangers got a penalty shot, but Kelly Rudy made the save. Toni played 13 years in the National Hockey League, including just over 6 seasons with the Los Angeles Kings. He was drafted by the New York Rangers in 1982 after an outstanding career at the University of Wisconsin. On January 20th, 1990, he was traded to the Kings. One of his most anxious moments came when he joined the Kings on a road trip in Vancouver. And he looked at the hotel rooming list and said to me, "Bob, who is W. Douglas?" And I said, "That's Wayne Gretzky." He said, "No way, I'm rooming with Wayne Gretzky," but it worked out very well for both of them. Kings legend, Toni Granато. Joining Toni on the ice tonight, his wife Linda and their adult children, Gabriella, Michael, Dominic, and Nicholas, along with Kings President of Business Operations and Hockey Hall of Famer Luc Robitaille. Probably the scariest moment in Toni's career came on January 25th, 1996, playing for the Kings in Hartford against the Whalers. After being checked headfirst into the boards, he suffered severe headaches. It was determined that he had bleeding and swelling of the brain. He underwent brain surgery on February 14th, 1996, and people thought that was the end of his career, but they didn't know about Toni's love for this game. He went on to play 5 more years with San Jose. At this time, Luc Robitaille will present Toni with a beautiful timepiece from Graham Watches. Ladies and gentlemen, Kings legend, Toni Granато.
Hey, thank you very much. I know I'm looking at that bench over there and they're staring at me at this jersey. I'm in trouble when I get back to that bench. But guys, I gotta tell you, it felt good to put on again. It's been a long time since I've had one of these on. I'd just first like to start thanking the Kings organization, starting with the Anschutz family and Mr. and Mrs. Anschutz for this great honor. You guys have not only been great owners, but obviously been great ambassadors for our sport, so I really appreciate all you've done for the game of hockey. The management team with Luke, Blakey, Dean Lombardi, and everybody in the front office for having this night for me, and the players and Daryl and the coaching staff for this night as well. So thank you guys very much. I became a King in January of 1990, and the day of the trade, I know they call Luke lucky, but for me, I felt, and Thomas Sandstrom, who came to the Kings, felt like we were the luckiest 2 players in the National Hockey League. We were going to play not only in sunny Southern California and be a pro hockey player, but we had the chance to play with Hall of Fame players like Luke Robitaille, Wayne Gretzky, Larry Robinson, Rob Blake, Dave Taylor. I could go on the whole night and tell you how special it was for me to be associated with those players and be teammates of those guys. So I'm not going to be able to name them all, but I want to thank them all for having such a great impact on my life and being great teammates. The other thing, and the people that made being a King so special, there's a big group of people that I didn't get to meet, all of them, but those are you, the fans of the LA Kings. I came here not knowing how passionate and how much energy and how much excitement you could create in that old building. That was incredible, the intensity that you guys brought, and hopefully I carried it over and played on the ice hard for you guys. And lastly, as a professional athlete, and all these guys will tell you, to make it and to be able to live a dream and play in the National Hockey League and do what you've loved to do since you were little kids, there's a lot of sacrifices that need to be made. And those sacrifices aren't from us, but they're from our family and our friends and our loved ones that are in our life that mean so much to us. So they made the sacrifices. My wife and family are all here to celebrate this night with me, and my mom and dad are back home watching on TV, and all my brothers and sisters. Thank you guys for the commitment and the ability to allow me to live my dream and be able to play in the National Hockey League. So thank you very much. Let's drop the puck and play hockey. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kings legend Toни Granато. Enjoy the game, everybody.